I'm Peter Ford. I'm the Executive Director of Administration, and part of my role is that I'm responsible for the management of the estate of the college. We've known Axis House now for 5 to 6 years. We've used them extensively around the college. Some of the projects that we've engaged Axis House to work with us on have extended from a recent roof project through to some of our major teaching spaces where they've had a major input into the design of our learning environment. We've just recently carried out a major refurbishment of our library, which has gone down a storm with our students and staff.
I'm Caroline Cook. I'm Head of Learning Services and E-Developments at AECC University College. When we came back in the summer, we were really excited to open up the space to the students because it was such a dramatic change. And the students who'd kind of worked with us in partnership over the summer in terms of tweaking the plans felt very invested in it. But certainly the students who arrived and saw the space for the first time certainly had the wow factor. The returning students is where we got that value added in terms of that such a positive experience when they saw the space.
Of course, one of our major constraints within the University College is that our main building is Grade 2 listed. That obviously impacts on us in a particular way. We have to do work to a certain standard, and all the work that we carry out has to be done sensitively and sympathetically to the environment. Now, Axis House have just absolutely got that, worked with us very closely. Everything they've done has been sympathetic. Everything's been done to a very high standard. We've never had any issues with the conservation officer when they've ever looked at any of the work. They understand working in a Grade 2 listed building very well. With all the projects that Axis House have been involved in, none have ever started late or overrun. They've always run on time and to schedule. And that's been an enormous benefit. Whereas some of our other contractors, we have had overruns, which have had negative impacts on what we're doing in the adjacent areas. Obviously, one of the issues we have within any education establishment is the student body. So if we're doing work, we need the student body to be on board, and that's something that Axis House seems to have been very good at doing. I mean, most recently, we've refurbished the student union offices. Now that's involved an extensive initiative process with the student body, which Axis House has led on, working through design solutions, looking at colours, looking at overall look, to the point where we now have a student union office that students are very, very pleased with.
So what we found is that if you provide the learning environments, the learning happens. We feel as though we work alongside Axis House as partners, pretty much. The relationship we have is we feel that they're invested in us as a community, really, a community of learners. So an excellent experience all round, really.
I've worked with lots of contractors over the years, not just here, but in previous universities I've worked at. And I must say, I think Axis House is one of the best contractors I've had the pleasure of working with. And I would have no hesitation at all in recommending them for future work here or elsewhere to colleagues in other institutions.